Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is my weekly review of Once Upon a Time. This is Season 3, Episode 10, and it's titled The New Neverland. So in this episode, Emma, Peter Pan, Mary Margaret / Snow White, Regina / the Evil Queen, Prince David / Prince Charming, Hook, Tinkerbell, and the Lost Boys, and Wendy, they all go home with Henry, and this is the big welcome home episode. And we all know from last week's episode that something's wrong with Henry, and we all know that Peter Pan is Henry. Peter Pan is in Henry's body. They switch bodies, so, of course he's not excited to be home, because Henry probably would be excited to be home and hug everyone and be happy, but of course Peter Pan's in him, so he's kind of, whatever. Which is kind of sad, because I would have liked to see Henry reunite with everyone. Also in this episode, before they come home, a lot of people are reunited. Ariel and Eric are reunited. Belle and Rumpelstiltskin are reunited. And just everyone are, Wendy and her brothers are, reunited. So a lot of people are reunited. The one part when everyone is hugging and saying, no one is really, hugging or standing by Regina. Let me just say, if I was there, she would be the first person I'd go hug and stand by. I always feel so bad when they show scenes like that and no one is sitting or standing or even talking to Regina. I mean, she's trying her best to be good, and even though she's the evil queen, she's in this season as Regina in present man. She hasn't really done anything horribly bad. She's been helping out. But I do have a feeling that sooner or later she's gonna do something bad, because at the end of the day, she is the evil queen. Then Mary Margaret says to everyone, well, we gotta kind of give it to credit to Regina, because she helped a lot. And you see this like shocking look on her face, like, me? You're thinking me? And then at that moment, it cuts to a flashback, and it brings us right back to Season 1, Episode 1, when Regina, the evil queen, crashes Snow White and Prince Charming's wedding, and uses that famous "I will destroy you if it is the last thing I do." So kind of like, okay, so is Regina trying to be good or evil? Is she the evil queen? Regina really fights that. Am I going to be a good person, or am I going to be the evil queen? And of course, in last season, she was heading towards the dark side because of her mother. Well, in this season, no one's in, her mom's not around. So, of course, they all go to the diner and stuff, and Emma brings the Once Upon a Time book, and of course, Peter Pan doesn't know what it is. And the strange thing is that Henry asked to stay a night at Regina's house. And of course, everyone thinks that's weird and stuff. Well, back in the flashback, Snow is very upset. Snow White is very upset that Regina, even on her wedding day, made it bad for her, so she wants to stop her somehow. So her and Charming on their honeymoon go to their family palace, and of course Snow is determined to get rid of Regina. There was a cute scene with Snow White and Grumpy that reminded me of a classic Disney scene. I just think the cast is really good for the characters. The characters all remind me of their Disney characters. Snow White reminds me of the Disney Snow, even though she does a little bit more. The Evil Queen reminds me of the Evil Queen. Just all of them remind me of the Disney characters. So of course Snow acts like, you know, they're gonna be on a honeymoon, but she is going to, her and Prince Charming are hunting Medusa. I don't get how Medusa can be in this. I thought she was um Greek, but I guess, you know, do whatever you want. So they go to Medusa's hideout. Let me just say, Medusa, the CGI in this season has been so bad. For this and Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, they could have used a real person and maybe CGI the tail. But the whole Medusa was CGI. Same with Ursula in episode 6. It was just so bad. I wish they would use real people for these characters. I think it would be much better. Maybe when they used Ursula, maybe they were more thinking of, you know, can't make the real Ursula CGI because Regina already looks like Ursula. I don't know, but they defeat Snow defeats Medusa. Charming is turned into stone, and pretty much, you know, they're not going to defeat Regina. So at the end of this, by the time there was a big shocker in this episode. Blue Fairy dies. I was really shocked to see that. Unfortunately, my TV was having some connection problems, so I didn't get to see the actual death scene. So I watched the episode today. So, but she dies. The shadow, Peter Pan's shadow, rips her shadow off. So, Regina, thinking Henry is Henry, you know, takes him to a vault, and she's so blinded because Regina, you know, all throughout season 2, she just wants Henry to love her, and I think she's finally coming to realize that Emma is his mother too. So I love this scene where Emma and her, you know, Regina thinks, oh, just because he has to stay at my house, that's why you think something wrong, and of course Emma doesn't. And I love how she says, he's my son too, not just he's my son. So she's, I think, getting to the fact where she can share him with Emma. Although I don't like, in the beginning of the episode, she says to Henry, let's say goodnight to Regina, instead of let's say goodnight to your mom. I didn't like that, because they both can be his mom, honestly. Not one has, because if I was in Henry's place, I would be like, why can't you both be my mom? Emma is his birth mother, she's his mom, but Regina adopted him, and she's his mom, So also in this episode, Hook and Neil are kind of, Hook pretty much, you know, Hook has big hots for Emma. Says pretty much, Neil, I'll back off and let you try to reunite your family, and Neil, of course, says, thank you. Personally, in my opinion, I want Neil to be with Emma. And Emma's not the character that really sits and says, okay, I'm gonna pick out my man. She's honestly not, you know, a character that needs a man. So she doesn't really choose. I'm hoping she does choose Neil, because her and Hook just, in my opinion, don't really seem like they fit together. I know, and just like some people don't like Rumple and Bow together, them two, they don't really work together. Emma loves Neil, and Neil loves Emma, so they're a perfect couple. So Regina brings Henry to her vault, and of course she's saying, you know, I love you, blah blah blah, you know, stuff like that, and Henry knocks her out. And then Emma, of course, being smart she is, realizes that Henry is not Henry. So they bring the box that Henry is in to the town line, and they go to the and of course when Peter Pan gets out, he's like, Mom, Dad, and he of course convinces them that it's Henry, and it's kind of seeing weird Peter Pan's body hugging everyone. So Peter Pan, they go to Regina's knocked out because he knocked her out with dust or something. And they learn that Peter Pan stole the curse that Regina, the evil queen, used to bring all the fairy tale characters like Snow White, Belle, Rumpelstiltskin, all of them to Storybrooke. And he's going to use it to make Storybrooke the new Neverland. I really hope that we don't go back to that route, and everyone forgets who they are, even Emma, or she can't help at least. I really, that's already been done. I don't want to go, and if they do, I hope they figure something out, because come up with something new. Either send them back to the Enchanted Forest, get rid of Pan, because I'm sick of Pan as the villain. Even though I love Regina being the good person, she's an evil queen. She needs to be the villain. Or at least a new villain, like a classic Disney villain. Because actually, I just watched Peter Pan, not last week or whatever, and Peter Pan is not the villain in the Disney movie. Captain Hook is. So I'm kind of getting sick of Peter Pan as the villain. Either make Peter Pan good, or kill him off, or just bring the characters back to the Enchanted Forest. Or somewhere else. And not forget, because if we go back to the characters forgetting them who they are, it's just going to be season 1 all over again. So, next week is the winter finale, and you all know what that means. It's when, they take a very long break. The show won't come back on until March, which is my birthday. I hate when these breaks on all shows. It's just, it's pointless. Of course, they're filming the second half, but I'm really excited to see what does happen in next week's episodes. It's gonna be really awesome. Something's gonna happen, and it's gonna be the biggest cliffhanger. Make us wait. I just hope they don't do the season 1 thing. I hope we're gonna be done with Peter Pan at the end of next week's episode. So, I'll try to do some more videos, on this channel. It's really hard keeping track of 2 channels, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned for next week's review, but after that, there won't be a review until March, which I will try to do other reviews in that time. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and have a great day. Bye.